iPad presentation I built for my sales guys to McDonald's the business. The iPad presentation basically gives the company credibility. It shows our process. It talks to the specific personality types, and literally walks through an entire presentation. Whether they say it's a picture's worth 1,000 words. So one of the biggest contentious points dealing with a seller are, number one, the repair value of what they believe the repairs are, and number two is the arguing with the comps. What comps are you using? So the iPad presentation overcomes those that contentious subject when we're dealing with a seller. How does it do that? When it deals with the actual repair value, we ask the seller, how much do you believe it will cost to get this house renovated up to 2019 value? And they'll go, well, it's going to be 5 to 10 grand, 10 to 15 grand. Most sellers don't know, and they don't know what they believe is going to bring it up to 2019. They're talking about carpet and paint, and the place hasn't been updated since 1952, right? So no way, that place needs 50, 60, 70, close to 100 grand. We just got a quote for a fix and flip on a deal, $200,000. Now we're adding adding a square footage onto it, but it's a big fix and big project that we're working on. Anyway, so the bottom line is that you got to get them, number one, to buy into your number. And the only way you can do that is you ask them the question. They go, 5, 10, maybe 15 grand max if you're just coming completely out of pocket and you're not a sophisticated person. Number one. Number two is then you show them pictures. So we have pictures in there actually showing sellers of a property that we currently renovated, and it goes through and you show it to them and they go, so what do you think it cost us here to renovate this property, Mr. Seller? Now they can see the pictures, they can see the countertop, they can see the stainless steel appliances, they can see the 8-inch baseboard, they can see the brand new floor, they can see the brand new cabinets, they can see the wainscot and the shiplap all over the place. They can see it, and because they can see it, now they're gonna go, do you still think it's gonna be $5,000 to $10,000? This is what we get properties that look like. What do you think this costs to get your house to look like this, Mr. Seller? And guess what? That number will jump significantly. Bam, that's your number, right? That's your number. And then you got to give them the buy off on comps. Well, guess what? That's why we use the comps. We use which is Fannie Mae. We use their definition of how they basically comp properties is through a comparable analysis process. And we get them to understand what we're looking for, and then we pull out comps of what we're talking about comps using the Fannie Mae formula. And it's very difficult because it's a third-party verification for them to refute those comps. So that's important.